Hi friends. In our last video, we have seen how to install FortiGate firewall on the VMware. After installation, in this video, we will go through the dashboard of the firewall. For that, first of all, we need to open our VM machine as well as the internal LAN machine. If you remember, in our last video, we have configured firewall with two interfaces. One is external and one is internal, right? So let's quickly jump and start our VM. So this is our VM. If you see, this is PC1. PC1, let me check. We are having IP 10.0.0.4 and 10.0.0.60 is our firewall IP. Just let's quickly 10.0.0.60. Yes, we are able to ping. Now quickly jump to the firewall. Let's see. So system interface. You can see this is our port 1 is external, which is on DSCP mode and connected to internet. Port 2 is our LAN system, 60 and 225. In this, before we start, we will configure port 3 as a management interface. You can do it also later, but let's start by doing that first, so that we will have external and internal as well as management interface dedicatedly. Quickly, just type command config system interface, edit port 3, then set mode static. Our port 3 is connected to the VMnet 1. Let me show you so that it will be easy for you to understand. And VMnet 1, you can see the ETS 3 or port 3 is connected to the VMnet 1. You can change it as per your requirement, but currently I have connected with VMnet 1 so that I can access this firewall directly from outside from my machine, not via external interface, via this VNet interface, which is I am going to use as a management interface. So quickly cancel this and let me show you the VNet IP, VMnet 1 IP. Then you will be able to understand. You can see this is VMnet starting from 192.168.184.0. So we will give IP from this range only, 192.168.184.0. So I set IP 192.168.184. Make it 60/24. And you can put /24 like this, or you can put 255.255.255.0. It's up to you. This time we will go with /24. Then set allow access HTTPS, HTTP, SSH and ping, and save this configuration with in command. So this is all set. Now let me show you configuration from my external machine, how I am going to use that. This is my interface detail. If you see this VNet 1 is what we have 192.168.184.10, and for firewall we have given 60. Now we are able to connect our firewall directly from our browser. Let's try HTTPS 192.60. Keep admin RS password. So it will open a welcome video. This will, you can wait, or you can simply go and click don't show and okay. This is our initial dashboard. You can see the default, or you can say initial dashboard. In this, you see this, there are 4 tabs: the status, security, network, and user and devices. This 4 dashboard, you can say tabs, is mainly for just for the view purpose, from where you can keep monitoring. You can have a look for overall status, right? And below that, this is specific to this source, destination, application, website, policies, and session. If you want anything specific, it is more about like filtering of logs with FortiView. And the bottom, this starting from network till log and report, this is your configuration tab. So any configuration if you need to do on your firewall, this tab is going to help you, right? So let's start from this. You can see our host name is this. This is a system information, license status, virtual machine, security fabric tab, your administrator console tab, all are connected. You can see it from here, like one person from console, which is our VM, and one is via HTTPS, which we have taken this HTTPS, FortiExplorer. Like FortiGate Explorer, you can also connect with this FortiGate firewall. It's a like application or tool from where you can connect this, not via GUI. If you don't want via GUI, you can also connect with FortiGate Explorer. This is a CPU dashboard, CPU status, current usage or last usage. You will see the time wise. You can change the timing. I'll say last 30 minutes if you want to see with the gap. If you want with the gap of 12 hours, it will show like that. The same way you can see memory and like session. This is your default tab. Now if you go and click on add widget, you can have n number of widgets based on your command. You can add or you can remove, you can click anything, add. And if you go like if you want to add your DSCP, anything network related, add wizard and then close it. You will see those are at bottom, like license, HA, system information, device inventory. It's twice it's added 2 times. If you want to remove, just go and remove, right? So by this way you can customize your dashboard based on your requirement. Whatever you want to put in front of you, you can put. You can also change the view by clicking any one, resize. If you want to resize like 2, make it 2. If you, it's like 2 columns, 1 2 3 4. Let me make you understand again. Go back. It means this means 4 tabs can be added, right? And if you click here, it means this system information will fit into a single tab or single column. See this single column. Now 1 2 3 4 maximum. You can like see add 4. If you want to make it bigger, you can make it 2, like that. The same way you can make customize. You can drag and move here, you can set it here. Like it's a very easy to customize your dashboard just to have an overall look. You can see virtual machine, allocated CPU, RAM. It will also help you in the monitoring purpose. Now coming to the second tab. Also before moving to the second tab, if you just go and click any of the option, and if you find a pop-up, it means that option can be monitored or can be managed from here. Like if you want to change the host name of your firewall, right? So for that you need to go to the system and then you need to go to the setting and then you can change your host name from here. Like let me put at firewall A and apply. But the same thing can be done directly from your dashboard also. Let me go back to the status. Now you can see TGB we have added. Now I want to make it change again. So I will click here and it will redirect me directly to that option. Click. Now you can see I am again to the setting. Make it again. So by this way, whenever you find any option which gives you a sub option, or if you click there and it's giving you a pop-up like that, it means that can be changed from here. Sorry. The same way, if you go and click here, see it's not giving. It says only show active and get FortiGate Explorer. Click here, view details in system, FortiGuard, system and FortiGuard. So this it will also work as a shortcut for you. Thus under dashboard, the second tab is security, which gives you the overall idea of your security related to the compromised host. You can say top threats by threat level. This is predefined level of FortiGate or Fortinet. This is the 40 clients detected vulnerabilities. If any vulnerabilities detected by 40 clients, it will show here. If any host is being scanned by the Fortinet or FortiGate, it will show here top vulnerabilities. You can also add from here. Click on add wizard, and if you go down bottom, there is a security tab here. You can add quarantine, add wizard, anything you want. Again go bottom, like if I want to check top file authentication, add wizard, close this. If you see this top file attempt, quarantine, files folder, anything, endpoint devices. So by this way you can customize your security wizard. Now the third tab is network, which is related to the network like routing, DSCP. Also you can see there is one more tab here, network, but this is, I said, this will give you a view of routing, DSCP, anything which you want to add here. and from this tab you can configure these settings, right? And user and devices the same way. If you go and user and devices, you have also a users option here, so you can make any changes from here and view those changes here reflected. These 4 tab is mainly used for the dashboard purpose, where you can do the monitoring, your day-to-day monitoring, right? The same way, if you want to check the top sources, top destination, top application or top website policies, anything, if you want, you can go from here directly, like click on the FortiView. For that you click here and it will open a tab where you can add filters like source device. Based on source device, it will show you the top source or the source device which you have given here. Or if you want to put any specific source IP based monitoring, you can put it here. It will give you the detail here. The same way you can put for destination, application, like that. You can go and click here for application, suppose if you want to do. Now if you see, go click on add application. You can put application name, anything you want. You can put it here as I speak. This is a FortiView dashboard. Now coming to the network, starting from network and log and report, I said this is mainly used for configuration purpose. The network tab is for configuring your interfaces, DNS, IPAMs, SD-WAN, static route. If you want to put a static route you can configure static. Click here. You will have a static route. You can configure any route. You can gateway address, interface, anything you want you can put here. Same way, suppose if I want to change interface status, let's do like I want to make port 2 as a LAN. Just want to give a name. Just click here and click on edit. It will open. Now give a name as LAN. I have given a name LAN. Okay. By this you can see LAN, right? The same way you can configure this, all the ports. This view shows your available ports, means the physical available ports. Currently we are using 3. If you want to create new interface, click here. If you want to create zone, if you want to create virtual wire pair or vWire pair, you can create here from this tab. The same way you can configure your DNS, specific DNS or default DNS, whatever you want, you can put it here like that. And the protocol is there by default. Or if you want routing, OSP of anything. So anything related to the network configuration, you need to go under this tab. Now coming to the policy and object tab, if you need to create a firewall policy, you need to go under policy and tab. If you need create to object, address pool, IP pool, any customized services or any customized group, you can do it from here. Like firewall policy, there is a by default policy which is known as implicit deny. You can say implicit deny rule. If you want to add any rule, you can create here. Go test rule, anything you want. Incoming interface, I am putting as LAN because I have given name, or going towards my port 1 source, make it any destination, you can make it any. As of now we are just doing testing services, I am going to make it any, and then accept. You can, this is nothing option by default, enable, leave it. This is a security profile feature. If you want to do a profiling also, you can do here from here, right? And if you want to log the traffic, all session, okay. If you see, it will add one rule above the implicit rule. This you can see name, source, destination, schedule. We will discuss schedule here, like this is schedule, action, natting is involved, security profile if it is there, anything is there, logging and bytes, right? If you go and right click here, you can also select anything. If you want to put comments, you can put comment session. If you want to see the active sessions, or you can see, okay, put active session. Now DNS session address, click here and then apply. If you see this, scroll down right side, active session, comment, destination address. So you can do the customization from here. You can create an address, a specific address, address pool or address group from here. Internet service database you can create by default. This is the inbuilt database. You can also create new database based on the geographical location. You can create a services group, services category. You can do a number of things by these tabs. Like you can put schedule. If I want a restriction, suppose I want my office users is only allowed to access internet during the lunch time. or between 1 and 2. And for that, I can create a specific schedule and call that schedule under firewall policy. If you remember from here, let me go back again. Here you can see schedule. That will call that timings here. Second type is security profiles, where you can create antivirus, web filter, any specific customized profile for this application control, IPS, anything you want, you can do it here under security profile. And for VPN related services, any configuration, there is a VPN tab where you can go and configure your VPN, IPsec tunnel wizard. See, go and create like that. It will ask you to create the tab. SSL, you can go and create SSL VPN. Like way, you can use this tab. Let me cancel that. User authentication tab is for creating users group definitions. You can define a specific user, like it is a gate. Go and create. You want a local user, you want radius, anything. You can do it from here. Same way, you go to create a radius servers. You can call it radius server for authentication. You can call LDAP. You can call radius single sign-on authentication setting. You can click here, select, but for that you need to create here again. See, it will go and method, give me name, put test plus, it will ask you what type of method you are going to use. So by that way you can do all the basic configuration or whatever you require. You can do it from this user authentication tab. Now coming to the system tab is more related with this backup, HA configuration, administration configuration, profile, SNMP, all these things you can do it from here. Like administrator, there is a single administrator. If you want to create one more administrator, you can do it from here. You can create a profile. You can do the fabric management. Go and do the settings for NTPs, administrative control ports. You can define here. Password policy you can define. All these things. It is more over like the hardening part. You can do it from here. You can do the configuration of HA from here. If you want to put your firewall under monitoring, for that we have SNMP tab here. Go and SNMP tab. From here you can create SNMP, you can enable SNMP agent, provide the detail, and you can configure the SNMP version so that your firewall will be under monitoring. This is a banner message. You can more of a banner message, or you can send a authentication message, anything you want. This is a customized message, right? And this is FortiGate, where you can enable and disable all different types of blades or features based on your license. Okay, go here. This is the current version. See, these are the version. Click. I'm not able to because it's not supported, right? Botnet IPs, if you go and click here, view list, it will give you the list, complete detail. It will take a few minutes or seconds based on your configuration firewall. And the last one is the security fabric. Let me just close this. Wait. Security fabric. Security fabric is more over like a centralized management where you can onboard or you can manage your FortiClient, FortiGate, FortiAnalyzer, anything. For that, you need to go and first of all create a fabric connector. Like we click on fabric connector, go select this, edit. Like this way, you can do the configuration. Enable. You want existing, you want to create new, you want to create existing fabric connector, you can do that. And the last tab is logs and report. This is for the logging purpose, monitoring the logs, seeing the traffic, like forward traffic. You can see here from here, local traffic, can do it from, you can see this here, sniffer traffic. Sniffer is more like traffic, where it will have incoming receiving traffic. If anything is going or crossing the firewall or network, you can put a sniffer traffic as well. You can do you can check a system events. You can check the security events. You can define your log settings, customize your log setting, anything. This is under there. This is all about the firewall dashboard. So in short, we have dashboard to view, network, to configure, policy. These are for configuration part, right? This is the end of this video. Thanks for watching this video. If you like, please do not forget to subscribe. Bye. Have a nice day. Thank you.